I'm Magdalena. Today I'm doing a collab with my dear friend Hersa. The collab is inspired by a collab that Seeking Shifts and Catherine B. Beauty did a while back, which is picking some shadows that we would repurchase if we lost our entire single shadows collection. Now, as you may be able to tell, my throat is feeling incredibly sore. I picked up a cold last week and I'm still just really reeling from it. So I'm going to be keeping my talking to a minimum and just get right on with the swatches. First up is Melancholy from Pretties for Your Face. This is a very unique undertoned base. It has almost like an olivey tone to it, and it shifts from a purple, violet, pink, red, and gold. Next is Celtic from Glam Shop. This is a blue-brown with a turquoise, blue, and purple shift. I find most blue-browns tend to be a little bit too warm for me, but this one has a nice neutral base. Next is Calicri from Pretties for Your Face. This is a neutral copper shadow with blue and silver sparkles, and it is the perfect shadow to wear if you have blue eyes, but you find most coppers to be too jarring on your pale or cool tone skin. Following that is my first one that I would consider to be more colorful. This is Reserve 2. It has a sheer base, almost an iridescent, but there is a slight bit of grayness to it, and shifts from a blue to an indigo, purple, and pink. I wasn't going to put any iridescence on this list because if I did, it would just be iridescence. I didn't want this to become a Magdalena's favorite iridescence video, but this one fills in the kind of iridescent formula with that sheer base. But I do also like wearing it just over my eye with a bit of brown because that bit of undertone can give a really nice contrast. Next is another Shine by SD shadow. This is from the Earthborn collection. It's Alpenglow. Alpenglow has a sheer baby blue base and shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, and lime. The Earthborn collection are my absolute favorite shadows, and if it was to be in stock, I would probably just get the entire collection if I were to lose my entire collection. But this is the first of my favorites. It gives me such a soft vintage vibe with that pretty sheer blue base, and it's really underrated. I don't see enough people talking about it. Another Shine by SD favorite, this is Break of Dawn. It has a taupe base and shifts peach, orange, gold, yellow, and lime. This one is truly a classic, and for a reason. It is such a beautiful everyday shadow. After that is Cleona Baroque. This is a classic cool tone pink from their Pearlescent collection. It has a rosy base and shifts cool pink, pink, peach, orange, gold, yellow, and lime. Another one of the Earthborn collection in combination with Seeking Shifts from Shine by SD. This is Sundog. It has a pastel base and shifts red, orange, gold, yellow, and lime. I'm forever shocked that people don't recognize this shadow. I find it to be so unique and so beautiful. And it's not super sparkly, so it's quite wearable for every day. But with those beautiful contrasting shifts, it's still something really interesting. Another stunner from the Earthborn collection. This is Fata Morgana. Fata Morgana has a brown base and shifts blue, purple, pink, orange, and gold with blue sparkles. This is an incredibly sparkly and dimensional shadow, and again, I'm really surprised it's not one of the more commonly known ones. I will say the concept isn't super unique, but having those extra sparkles really does give it something special. One final choice from the Earthborn collection. This is Diatreme, which I may be mispronouncing. Diatreme has a red base and shifts red, orange, gold, and yellow. This is a similar formula to Sundog in that it's not super sparkly, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a satin either. It's surprisingly wearable, even for something that is so vibrant, and I just really love this whenever I want to make myself a little bit more interesting, a little bit more badass, but without adding a whole bunch of sparkle. Similarly to Diatreme, I need some things that would be very colorful, very fun, so I decided to go with a couple of my colorful favorites. This one here is Shine by SD Glam Rush. It has a purple base and shifts pink, orange, yellow, lime, green, and turquoise. It's incredibly shifty and it's a popular one for a reason. It's just so iconic. It's so beautiful. I love it. And if I didn't want to go purple for something fun, I would probably choose something like this. I love these kind of shifty blue-based rainbow shadows. This one is Pretties for Your Face Water Nymph. It has a blue base and shifts red, orange, gold, yellow, and lime. As I said, I do have a couple of shadows like this that I really like, but this one is just so impactful and so sparkly and so beautiful. It really, there was no choice. It had to be this one. And those are my picks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Hairsa for doing this with me. I'm sorry that I kind of threw this together as a bit of a short video and my voice is kind of awful and there's a lot of background noise. But thank you for watching and thank you again to Hairsa. If you haven't seen Hairsa's video, you should go check it out right now. I'm sure it will be significantly more well done than mine is. I hope you have a great day and I hope you don't get sick like I am. Bye!